Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? If you made a beat with us here today, come and join us for the playback portion of the beat broadcast. How'd y'all enjoy that masterclass with Lunice? Talk to me, folks.
Oh, yo, what up?
What's good, man?
Oh, yo.
Oh, that was like damn fucking inspiring. Thank you for having him. Yo, what up, Lunice?
Yeah, it was fire.
Hey,
Yeah,
thank you.
Incredible.
I was laughing.
All around.
I was like, I don't remember what I was talking about most of the time. So when I was watching with y'all, and I was like, yo, where is this going? Yeah.
You took us on a wild ride.
Bro, I was confused, as much confused as y'all if you were too, man.
Are you kidding? We have walked away from this enlightened.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, that was super insightful.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Great chat.
Yeah, that was really fun though. I really appreciated it.
So Lunice, share with the people what you decided to go with for the crate.
Yeah, so I end up sending stems to one of the songs coming out on the reissue EPs from that we talked previously of Stacker Upper 100 and 180. This track's called Gasp. It's coming out. This one is coming out as a single actually next Wednesday, and I just wanted to. It's one of those like it's an unreleased song that I made around the same era as 100, I think, and it's one of those interesting times where we talked about where you look at an old piece of work you did, and it's like, man, I wonder what it would sound like if I mix it with what I know now and the kind of sounds that I work with today. And that's what I sort of did for the new unreleased songs that are coming with the whole project. So I packaged that over, and I'm curious to see what people did with it.
Well, we're gonna peep that right now. About to set this off here. We got some esteemed people here in the building. I'm gonna set this off with my homegirl Honey Drips, who's the very first person to pop into the Zoom. Honey Drips, what's going on?
Oh, hi. I'm first. Hey. That's awesome. Nice. I love the interview. It was great. I loved all the words of wisdom. Yeah, I liked using the stems. I actually took it in a little bit of a different direction. I have this Sister Sledge remix that I wanted to remix, so I kind of used that, and I just tried to mash it up. So I hope it works. But that's what I did today. So.
Okay.
And what did you say your artist name was again? Honey?
Honey Drips with a Z.
Nice. Oh,
yeah.
Sick. Nice.
So Honey Drips, before we go ahead and play this, anything that you wanted to promote, any upcoming projects, any message of goodwill that you want to share with the people?
No, just keep it happening. Share the love. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
We love that. Share the love indeed.
Thanks.
Loop Sessions Masterclass. This is Honey Drips. Yeah,
that's great.
Setting it off.
Nice.
So how do you dig samples?
Me?
Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah. I have a little mixed method of digging, like anything, internet, YouTube, Spotify.
No way. That's so
everything.
Sick.
Vinyl, whatever comes to me. And so yeah, I wanted to use that. So I saved it for today.
That's crazy. That's really cool, actually. Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have like any interest? What's your weirdest way to sample a piece of media? Do you have like an interesting because I know a friend of mine used to sample radio frequencies that would catch different things, and you have like an interesting. Yeah.
One time I was watching the Addams Family, the old version with my family, and they had some weird like synthy chords. So I like just recorded it with my phone and saved that. So one day I'll use that for something. But yeah, anything.
That's such a good idea.
You know?
I mean, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thanks.
All right. Let's keep it moving here on the Beat broadcast. Calling up next, my man, 50 grand. Simbo, aka Hotbox Harry.
Hey.
Yo, he's no longer Hotbox Harry.
Yeah, you cleared it up though.
He's got it.
Yo, it's moving up in the world, man. We're moving up in the world.
Hotbox Harry, let's go.
Well, actually, the story is I have a busted phone. And then usually when I get on the Zoom call, it's always like I'm in a hot box. But the ironic thing is I don't smoke.
That's amazing.
It's great.
I love it.
Simbo, how'd you find the selection this go around?
It was dope. I kind of used this occasion to kind of use my my reel to reel, because I don't really use it that much for the loop session stuff. I usually use it like to do like when I sample myself playing something, then I'll use it. But I kind of wanted to use it, like find ways to just use a bunch of like the pitch and the stuff. And I'm pretty happy with the sample crate, because it was cool, because there wasn't like, usually there's a lot of songs, like in the crates but I enjoy like not having too much of a choice, because what happens is that you have to be more creative with it, and you have to find ways of like, not necessarily like, doing something out of the box, that I don't think that's the goal, but I think like it's more about like finding something that, resonates with you.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that fully. I'm all about that. 100% agree. It's amazing. I'm glad you took it that way.
Yeah, no, it's dope. I mean, I actually did some stuff that I usually don't do because I was like, man, like that would sound good. Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it.
Dude, that sounds exactly how my session sounds like. I talk to myself like that.
Yeah,
man, that's cool.
All right, Simba, before we go ahead and run this up, was there anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
well, yeah, I guess this week I have the big
Kind of
jazz.
got a big thing going on
this guy's got
next
a
Sunday,
thing.
huh? He's got a thing going on.
I guess this time I can't say that I don't have gigs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have the Marvin Gaye show. We basically I reorchestrated Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On" for 15 musicians, and we're playing that at the Jazz Fest Sunday the 19th. So yeah, that's it.
Hell yeah, he is.
Sick.
So it's in the context of the Montreal Jazz Fest. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That's right. 50 years of what's going on.
Wow, that's crazy.
The more things change, huh?
I know.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and bump this Loop Sessions Masterclass. This is Simbo.
Yes, my guy. Yes, my guy.
Damn, le blow à la fin.
Who is singing?
That was me.
Yeah,
What?
My guy.
That was so good.
that's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
Wow,
shit.
wow,
Mozibo pulled out the glizzy.
Yo, Glizzy. That Glizzy talk.
I have one question. How did you do the sound effect? Did you use like the pitch from your reel or?
No, actually, I have Mario knows that I have a Moog Sub 25. So what I did is I played a note at I think 5 octaves down, and I just keep flipping the octave higher, but I put the sliding pretty high, so there's no cutting between the octaves, right?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks.
No doubt.
Hey, man, goddamn, those snares too. Everything was so different. I could feel it. It's so crazy. Wow.
Thanks.
Jeez.
Tough. All right, let's keep it pushing here on the Beat broadcast. Loop Sessions Masterclass, a very rare crate by the one and only Lunice. I'm going to call up next here, Yumna. Yum, what's good?
Peace. Everything's good. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Yeah.
Comment t'as trouvé ça?
J'ai trouvé ça excellent. It's a bit hard when it's, well, for me, when it's like crates, because it forces me to like I gotta pick from that, you know, like it's not like I have to find something that's hidden. It's like it's in your face, you know, which is great, and the sound quality is always good. But I feel in a way it's like if I'm cheating, because it's like, not that it's too easy. Obviously, I'm still learning, so it's not too easy. But I don't know if y'all can understand what I'm trying to say. It feels like like I don't want to be recreating something that's already there, but I feel like I have no choice, you know. So je suis comme, okay, I'll just do whatever comes out, and yeah, I mean, if you're
That's
having
amazing.
fun, yeah, I'm having fun, and no expectations.
That's exactly how I work. I love it. I love to hear that. That's amazing.
You know. Well,
that's cool.
It was great, thank you, and a good conversation. I enjoyed it.
Appreciate it.
I like how it was about awareness.
Yeah. And I know exactly what you mean in terms of the being able to discover something through sampling. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like when you
exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's sometimes you would listen through a sample from something from the past, and then there's this little segment that most people might have overlooked, and it just feels like a gem. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a really, really cool feeling too. You're right about that. It's two different dynamics. This one is STEM, so it's very much labeled and right there. So it's your interpretation within a set of rules almost. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's another. I feel like it makes your brain work in another way, you know.
Oh, no way! Oh, it's really crazy. Interesting. Okay.
You look at the challenge of sampling the stems, you know, the benefit that you get of the stems, where I think Yum Yum, tu penses que tu triches un peu, c'est le fait que it's all split up for you, and it's the highest possible sound quality. So a lot of the challenge in sampling is taking something that wasn't meant to be sampled necessarily, and then just like making something like, you know, taking a hand clap and turning it into a bass drum, for example.
Yeah, because we've also had, like, this is the fourth masterclass, and we've had like sample packs, mostly stems, but in previous loop sessions it was mostly like albums, so sampling, like traditional sampling. So like sampling songs, you know what I mean, like off of vinyl when we used to do it IRL. So stems is definitely a different twist. We've had like a few different twists to the crate.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good because you really get to like work differently. At least for me, I get to work differently, and I haven't done like a beat in like a month, so I was just excited, you know. And
amazing.
Yeah,
I like to hear that space between times of when you work on music and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm all about that.
Yeah. We're really proud of your growth, Yomna. Ça fait déjà quelques années que tu fais des beats avec nous, puis on te voit travailler. Puis justement, là, tu as un projet que tu t'apprêtes à sortir, que c'est une collection des beats que tu as fait au fil des années. Parle-nous-en un peu.
Oui, dans le fond, c'est ça. J'ai toujours fait un peu des beats, mais comme en 2019, j'ai commencé à aller aux loop sessions. Puis j'avais pas FL Studio avant, j'avais comme Logic, j'ai switch à FL. So I've been just making loops over like every month. And I never really put anything out. C'est comme des fois des loop sessions, un beat ici par là. But I decided under pressure, like from friends or just, you know, other people, to like put stuff out. Fait que je vais faire comme un genre de trilogie où est-ce que tu vois l'évolution. Fait qu'au début, c'est peut-être un peu moins la qualité, but I'm not attached to it being it, if that makes sense. I'm not making money from it. I paint too, so it's like who I was in 2019 and where I was at, like with the knowledge and the skills I had at that time, is still like valuable to me. Fait que je vais juste le mettre out. Puis après ça, quelque chose qui est plus comme 2020, puis après, maintenant je suis où, tu sais, comme Puis la qualité aussi, puis la façon que je fais mes drums et tout, ça change beaucoup. Puis j'utilise pas beaucoup de samples, c'est vraiment plus comme en train de développer genre le beatmaking, puis apprendre les effets et tout. Donc j'ai pas de date encore, mais ça s'en vient bientôt. Puis c'est ça. For me, it's more like the breaking that wall of putting myself out there.
Nice. Yep.
As a perfectionist, you know. So, anyways, I'm excited. So, ça va venir bientôt dans les prochains mois. Ben, peut-être 1 mois, 2 mois maximum, mais je travaille là-dessus.
Nice.
Est-ce que tu avais d'autres choses que tu voulais promote, plug, partager avec le people?
Ben, comme as usual pour les habitués, je own une petite business où est-ce que c'est tout à base de plantes. Puis c'est du skincare, produits d'hygiène, de bien-être. Ça s'appelle Artbeat.
No way.
So for the men, if you use beard oil, you know, soaps, even like hair oil for the women, it could be other stuff, mais tout est interchangeable. Ça s'appelle Artmade. Donc c'est ça, je travaille beaucoup avec la communauté. C'est beaucoup du bouche à oreille. If y'all are interested, just let me know.
Sick.
All right. Sans plus tarder, let's go ahead and get into this Loop Sessions Masterclass. This is Yum Yum.
It was stupid.
Those drums go crazy.
Hell yeah.
Très chaud.
Wow.
Good job, girl.
That's a crazy one, man.
Dope.
Damn,
Crazy
the way
beat.
that chopping that melody and that. Yo, that's crazy.
That crazy
All right.
syncopation, that's just top shelf.
Dang.
Shout out, Yumna. All right, let's keep it moving here on the Beat broadcast. Calling up next, the big boss hog, Shashu.
Yeah.
What up?
Que se passe?
On est là. Working hard.
True indeed. For those that don't know, Shash is part of the Loop Sessions Masterclass team, helping us with the video editing. We salute you. And parle-nous donc de ton expérience avec le crate. Comment t'as trouvé ça? Qu'est-ce que t'as fini par faire avec?
J'ai trouvé ça vraiment nice. It's cool. It was all like well prepared. Sounds super nice. And yeah, it like earlier you guys were talking about it. You know, sometimes we get stems, sometimes we get full tracks, and so I was interested to see what I was gonna get from Lunice, and it was a cool surprise. So what I did is that I used some of the samples. The vocals I pretty much like kept them as they are. I kind of pitched them up a little bit, but what I did for the melodies that he had provided, I had run them through a granulizer effect to like play with like time bass effects. So it kind of sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like reverbed sand, if that makes sense. So I use that to like create pads in my track, and then the rest of the track I just kind of like added acoustic type of drums and heavy bass line and sub. I really kept it simple in that angle. I had a little bit of vocal samples. I grabbed like a Mike Q track and another track from another rapper that just felt right, so I just dumped that in. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I had a good time doing it. So yeah.
Can't wait to hear that. Before we go ahead and run that, Shash, anything that you wanted to plug, share, or promote with the people then?
Right now there's a whole bunch of different stuff happening. I just don't have the dates on me right now, but just follow me on Instagram. I am Shashu, and I'll keep you posted on there. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Stay tuned for dates, but more importantly, stay tuned for this Loop Sessions Masterclass. It's got to be Shashu.
Shashu is his name.
Yo, thanks, man. It was fun doing
Bro,
that.
the glizzy.
Yes.
Whoosh.
The glizzy.
Bro.
Gotta be. God damn.
Yo, that glizzy kit, bro. I don't know. That shit crazy, bro. Bro.
Thanks.
Yo, how do you do drums? Do you play that shit live? That shit sound live.
I mean, like, yeah, I used to play drums. That's actually the first instrument I really like started when I was young. So when I got into beat making and in my teen years, it kind of transduced into that.
Oh.
So like I understand what I'm looking for in terms of sound. And so what I did is that I used a virtual acoustic set of drums, and then I mixed each section, each part of the drums as if they were real drums.
Wow.
And so yeah, so like made my drum mix, drum bus, and then really like mixed it in that vibe. So shout out to Abby Drums.
Ooh. Yeah, man. Damn, it really sounds, you can hear that shit. It's like it's in the pocket, is what they say, right?
Thanks.
Like, damn.
Thank you.
Oh, it just smacks. It just like invokes this feeling of, oh, not today, Satan.
Great.
Fire.
Thanks.
As we keep it moving here on the Beat broadcast, you know who else is part of the Loop Sessions Masterclass crew? Mags. You with us?
My Glizzy McGuire, man.
Glizzy McGuire.
Glizzy McGuire.
Coming through with the blickers.
I don't know about all of that. I don't know about all of that now.
So, Mags, how did you find it this go around?
I thought the crate was very straightforward. To be perfectly honest, I've been running on fumes for the past 3 months, and this week has been particularly difficult. So I didn't have a lot of time to work on this beat, but when I did end up opening the pack, I just kind of looked for like something that looked like something that might be a melody. Like I saw like kick and clap, and I'm like, I'm not dealing with that today. But I went through the synths, and so I just played the synths on loop, and something that has not changed since I was like a little girl. If I like play a song on loop enough times, I'll just start harmonizing to it. Like, and if there are no lyrics, I'll just make up like my own little thing, which is what ended up happening today. And then I realized, oh wait, that's kind of cute. What if I recorded that? So that's what I did, and then I ended up harmonizing with that thing that I came up with, and then I took some of his kicks, and then I added like a few claps and snares. I really didn't manipulate the contents of the pack itself very much at all, like I usually do. So I'd say the focus is really on the combination of the new vocals and the provided stems, and just kind of letting myself just do that and not overthink it, because I'm already overthinking every single other aspect of my life at the moment. I don't want, you know, and I was and like I was there obviously when you were having the interview, and this is something that I've told Mario like a lot of times, that one of the main reasons that I do the art that I do is for me. Like I don't really concern myself with whether or not like it'll bring me notoriety or anything like that. Like I'm in a lot of different projects, like I'm in a band, I do my solo stuff. Like for the longest time, it's always just kind of been my way of expressing a lot of like emotional and spiritual feelings that I can't express in words, and that's always been why I make beats. And amazing. I resonated a lot with what you were saying, and I knew that everyone else was going to as well. And I was like, man, this motherfucker's on some real airbender shit right now. Like, come on, Monkey Yatso, let's go. Let's
yeah, man.
get into it.
Exactly.
Come on,
man.
Avatar. Absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty much where I went with that.
Hell yeah, man. That's for real. Yep. I agree with that.
Well, see, that's the thing about Mags. Mags is not only the most electrifying woman in show business, she's also the hardest working. What do you got on the docket this go around?
A lot. So I'm the programming coordinator for the Hip Hop You Don't Stop Festival. This is my first year doing it, so there's a lot to catch up on. Last year we did most of our programming online, and so now I've got all of this shit put together, and the festival is starting on Thursday. And there are a few things happening actually that some of the people present here are involved in, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. But we've got like hip hop karaoke, we've got Edimetakisa, all of this is happening in like Coordinate and DG adjacent. What else? Yeah, Wasu is playing actually. Yeah, so we got Wasu and Jennifer and Sabrina actually, who will be DJing this event this Sunday, the 19th at Park Giroir. So folks should definitely come through to that.
Amazing. That's crazy.
Wait, this Sunday?
Yep.
Oh, okay, sick.
Yep,
dope.
Sunday.
I thought, wait, Max, it's not this Sunday.
Is it? Well,
I mean,
it's in a week.
Yeah, it's in a week. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Girl, live booking confirmations.
I'll be there. Don't worry, I'll be there.
I think
Nah, time flies. Like I still think that the 90s was 20 years ago. Should feel, Sab.
I think that just made the Instagram highlight reel for the recap for sure.
All right,
That's
let's go
funny.
ahead and get into this here. Loop Sessions Masterclass. This is Super Mags.
Damn.
Wow.
Big beat.
That was amazing.
Super fly. That's
Yeah.
super fly.
Big beat.
The vocals in that. The yeah. Holy crap.
Thank you, everybody. So nice.
Yeah. Yeah. This is serious. So crazy. Wow.
Say this all the time. Mags is so good at capturing feeling in music form.
Yeah, I'll try.
You're like a Pokeball for Fifis.
You're so stupid. Why would you say that?
As we keep it pushing here on the Beat broadcast, this is Loop Sessions Masterclass, an Artbeat Montreal Ausgang Plaza presentation. I'm going to call up next my co-defendant and 1/4 of Three Sacks Mafia, Evan Shea. Evan, what up, man?
Sorry, I dropped my joint. I'm together as a person. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're all good. We're all good.
Well
Ready to
composed.
go. Yes. Ready to
go.
go.
I'm adapted to that.
Hell yes.
How did you find this go around?
Yo, fuck. Well, first off, thank you, Lunice, for such a wonderful masterclass. Like, I don't know. I resonated with so much of what you said, and I'm definitely going to be thinking about a lot of this stuff a lot for the time being, you know. But yeah, man. Yeah, but this track, the crate just felt like so Lunice to me. Like, it was just like, oh,
amazing. Yeah,
fuck
I'm
yes.
so
Like
happy.
I heard well, first I listened to the track and I was just like, oh, it's like, okay, so like I thought it was cool how different from other the masterclass ones, like when Sabrina did hers, and like it was like a kind of like a sample packer, like High Class was finding it was like a sample packer kind of like those I love those very much, and it was very cool. But this is cool how it's like the restriction is like, okay, it's everything coming from this song here, and it's like, okay, here's all the elements from it, and like try to like do some shit with that. So I tried as much as possible. Like my whole process basically was that I dragged like all the stems into the simpler in Ableton, and I just like kind of just tried to play around with as much as possible what I could from the crate itself. And I did a few other things too, but like, yeah, I for everyone who knows me, I feel like they'll be like, oh yeah, this is definitely an Evan Shea beat.
Did you give us a new era fitted hat size time signature?
Oh yeah, we got
it with the 7 1/4.
We got we got the 7/4 fitted today.
We love that. We love that for you.
Yeah.
What do you got on the docket here? What's coming up next here for anything you want to plug?
Yeah, sure. I'm playing I'm playing the 15th with a Nomadic Massive at Jazz Fest. So, but that's sold out. So if you wanted tickets, sorry. Yeah, that'll be fun. Other than that, nothing else really on the horizon for now, but just gonna keep plugging away at some music and stuff, and got some video projects and stuff on the way too for some clients and stuff, and photography. I just had my first photography gallery for like creating prints, and I presented it at the Roll of Bones motorcycle show last weekend.
Whoa.
It was really fucking sick. A bunch of custom motorcycles and like artists, other photographers, and so yeah, no, I like especially the parts where you're talking about being kind of like a multi-dimensional, like multi-medium artist. I really resonate with, because that's literally what I do. So
amazing.
Yeah, it's like trying to like pull influence from all different things in my life, and like even just like, you know, relating visuals to music and back and forth to, you know, like yeah, like I don't, it's like endless playground for fun and creativity for forever.
It is. It's the most fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it.
All right, let's go ahead and run this up. Loop Sessions Masterclass, Evan Shea.
Damn.
Jesus.
God damn.
I think I'm also the first person not to use the bass line so far. That the low synth.
Yeah, that's great. Did you use an effect on the sax?
Yeah. There's like I have a usual effects chain that I kind of use. But this one I added distortion to it more than I usually do. But it's
so cool.
Oh, thanks. It's like a combination of like RC20 kind of like thing I've done like as like a preset I've made for sax, and then like a bit of Volt compressor, and then Tal Chorus. Shout out Tal Chorus. I overuse that shit, like, and it's free. Absolutely overuse that. And then there's Decapitator on there, and then H delay waves.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You forgot to
And then-
mention the 6 sausage fatteners and the
Yeah.
channel at plus
Yeah,
6 dB.
And my 6 dB on the master itself as well. I don't believe in the stopping at 0. I go to 6.
0 dB FS won't stop you.
No. You go to 6. Hell yeah! Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it, and thank you, Lunice. It's dope.
Yeah, no, thank you. This is amazing.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go ahead and keep it moving here. The Beat broadcast. I'm going to call up next Sabrina Sabotage. Sab, are you with us? Yo.
She'll be here next Sunday.
Or the one after that. Sab, you want to unmute yourself? Yeah, it's your turn.
Whoa. Hey, I just got here.
Perfect.
I was listening to it on my cell, though, but I was doing something else.
Oh. Well, you came back right on time.
Ça va?
Ça se passe. Comment t'as trouvé le crate de Lunice, puis qu'est-ce que t'as fait avec ton beat aujourd'hui?
Ben, déjà de base, when I opened it, I knew I wanted to use the claps. I knew I wanted to use that rhythm, thumb rhythm. But then I played around with it a long time with the thumb rhythm, and I was like, that's too much. So I kind of have a process that I just try stuff. I kind of go sabotage on it, just try stuff. And
nice.
so yeah, puis j'en ai profité. En fait, j'ai utilisé le OBXR, and I actually used the Matrix too. So I did synth bass, and I usually use 808. So I kind of tried stuff,
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
I love that. Everybody's beats sound so futuristic this go around. It's like people just felt like being themselves.
That's so trippy, dude. I love this. It's really inspiring.
I felt like I was in the Matrix, actually. I felt
that's
when
good.
when I started, I had to pull back. I was like, this is a bit techno. Like, what am I doing? So
wow.
So I came back to it a couple hours after, and I think
That's so fun. It sounds like a journey. Wow.
It is. And I just wanted to say I actually had tears of joy listening to you. It was great. The stories for sure, parce que là, c'est fou.
Yeah.
But like just the whole mindset of music. Ça fait du bien de se faire répéter ça une fois de temps en temps, just
exactly. I agree.
Like a good check. So thanks.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You know what though? It's so important, especially coming from a messenger like you, Lunice, like the things that you've accomplished. People think that you have to, go and get M's. It's the only way to do it. And like, just for you to have gravitated the heights and you're like, I wasn't even trying to do that. And there you are at the top of the mountain. That's just a reminder and so very refreshing.
Oh, it's amazing. It feels good to hear that. Because I relate to how you all express yourselves in your art. It's what inspires me the most and what interests me the most. And it's what I learned from the most. There's nothing like it. Yeah.
Fait que Sab, avant qu'on run ton joint, y avait-tu quoi que tu voulais plug, promote, partager avec le people?
Well, I'm doing a little DJ set. Yeah, Mags. She's looking at me like, hey. Yeah, but we had like a date thing, like a change, so I was kind of mixed up. Anyway, so yeah, je fais un petit set. It's actually really cool because she was like, just play whatever you want. So I'm gonna do a little DJ set avec Wazio, c'est ça qui puis Jeune Rebeu. So it's gonna be like rap, and I guess I'm gonna be like more funk, hip hop or something, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. So it's next Sunday.
Next Sunday. All right. Sab says that she loves our affirmations account. Parle-nous, c'est quoi tes affirmations favoris? Everybody should follow @Loop Sessions affirmations, by the way.
favori. I don't know. They're kind of all sinking in. Once I read them, I kind of try to get,
Yeah. I like my
understand them.
affirmations with my morning coffee as well. Get the day started on the right foot.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and run this up. Loop sessions. Whoop.
What?
Max, you were saying?
We said no to glizzies, yes to sausage fattening. IPS is to affirm.
Oh man.
All right, let's go ahead and bump this. Loop Sessions Masterclass. This is Sabrina Sabotage.
That's crazy.
Very cool.
That was so
Crazy.
mean. That was like Neo hitting the perpendicular and then hopping in a car and doing some drifts.
I was Trinity, I was Trinity.
Bad gal things.
I was trying.
That's cool. You're really good at creating this like very sharp space in between sounds. I really like that because I can hear these moments of silence in between, but they're so like in like precise, like whoa. It makes the whole rhythm more unpredictable to me, which makes it more fun. It's really cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Merci.
All right. As we keep it moving here on the Beat broadcast. Up next, my man 50 Grand Low Pocus.
Hey.
What's goody, yo?
What up, Playboy?
Yeah, Crate was nice. Comme Evan Shea a dit, totally resonated with the interview. C'était la deuxième fois aussi que je l'ai vu à cause que j'étais là dans le tournage.
Yeah.
God damn, crazy words of wisdom. Puis ouais, le crate, man, j'ai adoré. Là, c'était quoi de... J'avais de quoi en tête, je me suis levé puis je voulais faire un Miami bass track, so j'ai thought of just screwed it down puis ça a marché. So, c'est pas mal ça, yeah.
All right. T'as des trucs qui se brassent là, Low Pocus?
Yes, for sure. Tape avec Busy NASA, produced all by me, puis mon production Click, Look Up Click. Puis ouais, c'est pas mal ça. That's it.
All right, then. Let's go ahead and let the music speak for itself. Loop Sessions Masterclass, Low Pocus.
He does not miss.
Never.
Shout out.
Never.
Thanks
We're
everybody.
in the shades.
Madness. That's sick. That's sick as hell.
Thanks.
Wow. Yo. Damn, it's great because I used to be a b-boy, so like this is like that jam, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that Miami bounce. That
So
bounce shit.
all these little details it's crazy. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Goddamn.
A lot of heat, a lot of fire with this crate. As we keep it moving here on the Beat broadcast, I'm gonna call up next Phrase. Phrase, what's going on, man?
Hey, all right. Hello. Good evening, everybody.
And salutations, good sir. How did you find the crate this go around?
It was incredible. I think this has been the best loop sessions I've ever heard. Like everybody's tracks are just amazing. The mixes are like all amazing. It's yeah. I had a really good time with it. It was really cool that you guys shared it early.
Yeah.
Is that a sign? Is it a sign that all the beats were so good and it was we gave us a little bit more time? I don't know.
I suspect that might
I
be
don't
one of
know.
the positives of not having the clock be put on you, because part of the IRL challenge of loop sessions was being put on the clock. You got 5 minutes to sample off of the record. You only have about 2 hours tops to turn something in, and still in all, people would turn in the hot fire flame. But when you have 24 hours, then you might apply yourself in just the right way. So I'm very curious to see how you applied yourself, Phrase. What did you end up doing with yours?
I played some guitar and bass and sampled a little bit of drum fills and stuff. For one, I'm a big fan of Lunice. I've seen you play like a bunch of times back in the day in Montreal, and like seeing you move. I think you opened for Little B or something. I don't know when it was at Club Soda. I was at that show, and I lost my mind, man. I was like it was so cool to see you so passionate up there, like, because I'm a performer too, and I get super into it, and like people appreciate it. Some people appreciate it. Some people are like, what, like, okay, this guy's like really on one, It's just like, yeah, man. Like,
exactly.
Like you see me when I'm like, you guys are playing music and I'm in here, like I'm like kind of restraining myself, like.
I appreciate the hell out of that. It's dope as hell.
So yeah, super inspired to just hear all the samples. I like listened to the track first a couple times, and I was like, okay, like this is gonna be so awesome. And it was really loud. Do you master all those stems like through your mastering chain, or like, because a lot of the stuff it took me a while to like bring things down to the point that I'd want to sample them. You know what I mean? Like usually we've been sampling a lot of records. They're like super quiet and like like obviously like it's a different game when you're like starting at whatever that level was.
No, it is.
Like 6 or something.
It's no, I agree. It is loud. It's like I'm finding this kind of middle ground of loudness and minimalism in sound without having to overfill space in general. But that's where I'm at the moment in the range of that. Because my old music was very much more silent to what I usually do now. Yeah. So
it makes sense. Like you used to think like you put more instruments, like the bigger your sound's gonna be, but it's actually the opposite. Like like the more shit you put in, the less it's gonna take away from your kicks and your snares, and everything is just gonna hit less. And you've obviously played in clubs, and like you find out pretty quick in the club, like like all those little like sound little like pads and things that you thought were super sick, like no one's hearing those. Like
no,
you're
right. Exactly. You're exactly right.
It's like, so
that's spot on. That's spot on.
Yeah, and it was really cool to hear like more people singing. Like Simbo sang on a track and Mag sang on a track. Like usually I've sang on a couple of loop sessions tracks, and I'm like usually the only one that sings. And it was really cool that everyone's like starting to sing. And I think that's the advantage of like getting the BPM, getting all these stems. Like it's basically like making a remix. Like you know, like
it is.
I kind of treated it that way. Like I took like my favorite melodic part and like made something more with it. And so,
that's what I love about what I've been hearing so far, because I was hoping it would be taken in a way of this is how I would interpret it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's been really cool. I can feel everybody's own individual expression in this. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I like the reason why I like the night before is because like I can get super creative at nighttime. Like I really don't care about mixing or, you know what I mean? Like I just like want to get creative and like work on the same thing for like 45 minutes until I have like a really interesting idea. And then like, and then this morning I mixed it and mastered it. And it's just like, to me, that is like such more of a complete process because I get to be like the creative, like the free flower, the not dissing ideas because this isn't going to work kind of producer hat or whatever. And then like sometimes I can do that in a day too. Like I can just go outside and like go pick my daughter up and go to the park and like completely change my mind and listen back. And I was like, whoa, this is, you know, but I like that sleep on it kind of thing before you make, you know, but I understand like if it's in person, like I understand that.
You know, exactly. I agree with that though. No, that makes sense. It's important.
I think that like it's a balancing act between creating a challenge, but also giving people the opportunity to put their best foot forward. You know, the thought process behind doing the early bird crate, and a big shout out to Mags because that was something that she pioneered with Loop Sessions DMV. That I'm going to point out because these are actual factuals. But the original idea really was just for people to have more time. Like you might not participate because you might not have any time in the day because you're working, so it might off put you from participating. So I wanted to give people a chance, as many people a chance to take in this work, you know what I mean? And I love the result, and I definitely think that this is going to be something that's going to be recurrence here on out. So Phrase, before we go ahead and run this up, anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people then?
Not really. Yeah, the Fanny Pack remixes are coming in. Evan Shea finished his, Sabrina finished hers, and they're super sick. I have like 10 remixes from producers, friends all over the world, and everyone took the vocals from that track, which was really cool to hear everybody like take different parts and stuff. So I'm just planning a release for it now, and I'll let you guys know. But it's super fun. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, let's go ahead and bump this. Loop Sessions Masterclass. This is Phrase.
Goddamn. Wow.
Summer beat, but in September.
Summer is not over.
It ain't over till it's over, baby.
Phrase decides when it's over.
It's hitting them with the major chords.
God damn, that's clean as hell. That's so crazy.
Thanks, man.
Wow. God.
Yeah, it was fun.
So
I kind of pictured you moving to it while I was making to it, like.
And that's a great idea.
It's like kind of made it. It was like, will this make Lunice dance? I don't know, but
that's crazy.
And also, and that, and also, it kind of reminded me of like Santa Gold, like like that kind of like feel. and I've been listening to a lot of Santa Gold again because I love her. And
she's so dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's sick.
Thank you.
Wow.
Keeping it moving here in the Beat broadcast. Calling up next, Donnie Freeman. What up, Donnie?
Yo, what's going on?
How'd you find it this go around?
I was sick. I really, really liked this interview. I think it was one of my favorites. I feel like you're a really well-spoken dude. You dropped a bunch of gems like in the session and then out of the session, just talking about life and as a creative, and it was really insightful. And in terms of the crate, I didn't have a lot of time because I was busy last night and I worked today. But in between calls, I was making a beat and I kind of just played around with like claps and some of the samples and made it something that was a bit up tempo, like funk dance ish. But that's basically it.
Nice.
All right. Before we go ahead and bump this, Donnie, anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
Yeah. Donnie's Donuts Volume 1 is now out, featuring Mike Shab, Morris Regal, Spaceman Mandela, a couple other people. So yeah, listen to that, please.
Run it up. Drop the link in the Twitch chat so that people go ahead and bump that.
Yeah, DonnieFreeman.net, but I'll plug it.
Yeah, plug that. So we go ahead and bump this. Loop Sessions Masterclass, Donnie Freeman.
Hey.
You requested it, so we rind. Donnie Freeman. That was real tough. Real tough.
God damn.
That
was a
super funky.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Crazy, man.
You were great at mixing too. What the hell?
Thanks, man. Yeah, like Fred's phrase said, it's not like about a bunch of elements. It's really just fine tuning those like main parts to get that mix to be fat and hug together.
Yeah,
cohesively.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, as we wind down here on the Beat broadcast, we had a couple more folks that we're going to go ahead and play. Do remember to tune in tomorrow on our SoundCloud page, where we will be publishing all the beats that you will hear here tonight, as well as the beats that were submitted by folks who weren't able to join us here for the broadcast. Calling up next, DeLorean McFly. McFly, you with us?
I am here. What's going on, everybody?
We're here, man. How are you? How did you find the crate this go around?
I had to rush through it, unfortunately. I know it dropped 24 hours ago. I had to rush through it this morning. I have some parents in town. They leave tomorrow. I will have all of the time to focus on music when everybody is gone. And things will be better at that point. I love family, but
they got you working overtime, huh?
Overtime. So I was able to pop this beat off. I had like about an hour this morning, not at all mixed like anybody's you've heard here. I worked in a tempo that I don't typically work in. This one's at like 108. What did I extract from this crate? Definitely
I love it.
Definitely the kicks, because those were crazy. I monoed one of the claps because I really loved it, but I wanted it like right up the middle. And then I layered a sample over it. I was rushing so much, you guys won't even get the "Hey McFly" tag at the beginning. That's how much. Like when I sent it off, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot my tag. So maybe I had a ghost beat, you know, somebody ghost beat make it. If it sucks, it was a ghost beat. It was me.
Maybe a rapper will steal it and use it,
Wow.
and they'll be able to do so because you didn't put your DeLorean tag on it.
Right? I'm screwed.
You'll be all right.
I'll be all right. I'll survive it. No, but Lunice, I did want to say I was at dinner, so I was kind of like popping in and out of the masterclass, and I really can't wait to rewind it because like everybody else here has said, like it's just been like like every time I was popping in, it was like, Jesus, Murphy, like I want this guy's positive outlook on life. I'm a pessimist by nature. So like how you were talking about the Naomi Campbell thing, and you were like, yeah, customer service, like, sorry, you know, so and just the other gem. So I appreciate that. Thank you for that.
Of course, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And Sab, I hope Naomi Campbell isn't at your DJ gig with Mags on Sunday. Or at least make sure you have some Jay-Z in your Serato.
She'll be fine with anybody else, honestly. I was giving her a hard ass time, man.
I'm sure Naomi's a fan of the program. So before we go ahead and bump this DeLorean, was there anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
Well, tomorrow is Monday, and as some of you know, I did start streaming, so it's Mondays with McFly. That will be tomorrow. Streaming my beat making process. You guys could see how sometimes it's just sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And I made a banger the other day. The 3 days before that was just like okay, but I'm putting myself out there to let people know that sometimes finished product, there's a lot that goes behind a finished product. You know, for every 10 garbage beats, you get one really good one. At least that's the case for me. So yeah, Mondays with McFly on Twitch. So twitch.tv/DeLorean McFly Beats.
Sometimes it may be good.
Sometimes maybe shit.
That's a great tagline.
Bruh. Oh, no.
Let's go ahead and run this up. Loop Sessions Masterclass, DeLorean McFly.
That's great.
Appreciate that.
DeLorean McFly.
Yo, that's crazy. Did you use the kick from the stem?
I did, yeah. So I
that sounds so cool.
Thank you. I pulled the kick out of the stem. I reversed it at a certain point, and then the main kicks, and then just kind of played with it on the keys.
Damn, that's a wild louder level Mad Lib shit. You know what I'm saying? It's sick as hell. Wow, that's so cool.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thanks
Holy
for the
shit.
crate.
Yeah, of course.
Well, you could put your tag over it and take it.
I don't even have a tag, bro. That's what's so funny too. I forgot to make one. I was like too deep in the game, and I was like, I don't know, man.
All right, let's go ahead, keep it moving here on the Beat broadcast. Couple more heads calling up. Tim Rice, aka Ezra Ver. Tim, you with us?
I'm with you. I'm here.
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have as much time as I would have liked. I think that's always the hard part, but it's always the constraints are the most positive like aspect at the end. It's the part that kind of like makes you think about what's important and focus on what's your priority, you know? And for me, it's like composing, thinking what's the structure first and thinking about that. But I loved the kit, and it was super dope to see a Lunice track, like all the stacks, all the stems. I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm peering behind the curtains, you know. Every time I see stems like that, I'm like, oh shit, you know, like, all the secrets.
Yo, I feel the same way when I'm doing a remix for another artist.
Yeah, because you listen to something on its own, and sometimes you're like, really, that sound? And then you listen to it all together, and you're like, that sound, you know, that sounds
exactly
nice. In a whole composition, it sounds like, yeah.
So Ezra Ver, tell the people what you ended up doing with your joint.
Yeah, I always love like melodies, so I just put like some pieces of I used most of Lunice's stuff I used as like chops and hits and little like one shots and pieces here and there, and then those vocal chops were super dope. I played with all of that. The kick drum that's just like overdriven, it like super hard kick. I kept using that piece and just added in some of my own drum style and some other pieces that I love. I love playing keyboards. That's always the piece I want to keep. That's close to my heart, is like making chords and making pieces together. But it was a really interesting challenge to I don't know, to fit it all together and keep it simple too. It was a lot of fun. It was really dope.
I think that's the key word here today is fun. I think that staying in touch with our childlike love and ability to play is what ensures that you keep a fresh and clean mind when it comes to making art. Tim, you're a talented artist and a multi-hyphenate in your own right. You do 3D design and animation, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I used to be an audio artist that also did visuals, and now I feel like I'm a visual artist that also does audio. And it's super fun to be able to create something and then we'll make visuals and then put audio to it, or make audio and put visuals to it. So maybe this is something I'll make like an animation to and put online.
Where do people find your animations?
Yeah, actually, I was about to ask that.
Yeah, man. So I always have an identity crisis. I've been trying to think of a new name for myself, but I go by Vertex, VRTX. On Instagram, it's vrtx.tv, which is also my website. So branding and all that sort of shit is I'm the worst at it. So I don't know how to find a good name that I feel strong about. I've had so many names, and each time you make a new name, it's like you're restarting, you know? But I don't know. For now, it's Vertex. And for my audio stuff, I just recently started going by S-Rever, which is reverse backwards. So it's reverse. But having to explain that every time, I'm like, man, I don't know if that's the right name. But yeah, for visuals, visuals on Instagram, it's vrtx.tv.
All right, then.
Cool.
If I can say, Tim is a good example of a well-rounded artist. He does everything. He does it all.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I share that you're interested in breaking. I don't do it quite as much, but I used to live out in San Francisco, and I remember dancing super hard at Tonight, a show you guys played at. I was just
no way. Hell yes.
Yes.
Yo, exactly. That's exactly how I look like in the studio when I'm working with him. I'm like behind him and I'm just going like
All right, let's go ahead and run this up. Loop Sessions Masterclass. This is Ezra Ver.
Whoa.
That was super fly.
Wow.
Thank you. Plenty of delay on that shit.
I love the way that you occupy space and like the sounds bounce from left to right on the spectrum. That was really cool.
Thank
you. Yeah, no, I can't believe all the different parts, the way you were able to chop up the gasp sound, the kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was so well. Yeah, it's really clever.
I put a
That's
vocoder on that actually. I took that sound and then put a synthesizer and made a vocoder, so it kind of like kicked in like a synthesizer sound at the same time. It was sounding really cool.
Man, that's really cool. Damn.
All right, just a couple more folks here. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add that you wanted to add?
No, just thanks. Super dope to hear everybody's music, and I can't wait to hear tomorrow on SoundCloud in a little bit, like more time to listen through and focus in on. It's going to be great.
Absolutely. I'm going to call up next here on the Beat broadcast, Keycrafter. Keycrafter, are you with us?
Yes, peace.
Peace, man. What's going on?
Not much. You good?
We're here, man. We're here. Yes. Can't wait to get into this joint of yours. How did you find the crate?
Yeah, the sounds are really too cool. I appreciated it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. I liked it with this type of crate where, as opposed to like the big sample packs where everybody can do a different, everybody's working like the same raw material. So it was cool to see what everybody does with the flip it. So
yeah, it's really interesting. It's a really good way to feel people's raw emotion or like expression. Yeah.
I do find it impressive how different everybody's beats sound, despite the fact that the source material was all material based off of one song.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, this time around especially. So what did you end up making, Keycrafter? Take us through it.
Yeah, I used let me check out the folder. I used the low synth for the bass, like the matrix of the beat, and then everything else I used kind of as percussion. Just grab some little splices of them.
All right. And before we go ahead and get into this, anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
No, not yet. I wasn't gonna come through today because my beat's a bit of a clusterfuck, but I figured I'd be forgiving. So
hell yeah, man, I love it.
No, we love that. And for that, I bet you that it bumps. Let's go ahead and run it up. Loop Sessions Masterclass. This is Key Crafter.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm like wondering it's crazy. What are those strings?
It's a harp.
That's wild. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I really love those two drum patterns from the first half and second half too. There's really a lot of potential in all of that. That's like the stage and where I'm making a beat, and I'm like, damn, there's a lot of ideas in this that I can expand into like something crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Not another day to like strip it down or like even it out.
You honestly, it already sounds like you know your direction with the way it sounds right now, and especially in the way you've chopped it from one rhythm to the other, and that's already an amazing direction right there. Mm-hmm. I find at that point I just have more fun with it, like you just did now. To not change your momentum behind it is what I mean. Yeah.
Nice, thanks.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I'd hardly call that a clusterfuck, Key Crafter. I love the dembow flip in the middle.
And this man really pulled out a harp. Like he
Yeah,
said,
he
it's
was
a harp,
like,
and then
yeah, this harp, and then he moved his
everybody
camera.
moved that. Everybody missed that because he legit has a harp behind him.
Yeah, can you
It's
show the
amazing.
harp again?
Oh wow,
Yeah,
hold on. Okay. Man's on his Alice Coltrane is what you're saying. That's fire.
That's sick.
I love that. Up next here on the Beat broadcast, as we wind down here, just a couple more heads to go. Obnoxious Beats. Obnoxious, you with us?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How's it going, man?
How's it going? Moi, ça va très bien. Content d'être ici, comme toujours.
Comme d'hab, toujours aussi mystérieux. On attend impatiemment le jour où tu vas enfin te dévoiler. Very mysterious, obnoxious. Never turns his camera on.
Jamais. Anonymous.
Like MF Doom.
c'est ça, exact.
Voilà. Fait que parle-nous un peu de ton expérience avec le crate. Comment tu as trouvé ça? Qu'est-ce que tu as fini par faire?
Le crate, j'ai trouvé ça challenging au début. J'ai essayé de faire un beat trap. Finalement, ça ne marchait pas. J'ai mis ça dans la poubelle. J'ai recommencé. Ça a donné... Qu'est-ce que ça a donné? Je ne sais pas. Ça a donné quelque chose de bizarre. J'ai mis de la distorsion un peu partout. Ça a donné quelque chose de noisy. Vraiment rempli, là. Très busy comme beat. Mais non, j'ai aimé le process et tout. J'ai aimé le challenge. C'était cool. J'ai mis des vocals de Sabrina Sabotage, puis j'ai mis un percussion loop de Sabrina Sabotage aussi dans le beat. Fait que shout out, Sab. Merci encore. Yes.
OK, attends, fait que tu as pris des sons du pack du Masterclass de Sab et puis tu as blendé ça avec le pack de Lunice.
Exact.
I love that.
Nice. C'est incroyable.
That's a cool idea.
Est-ce que c'est ton œil qu'on voit?
Non, 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 non.
Non? OK. C'est juste une question.
C'est un screenshot de Twin Peaks.
Oh, wow, Twin Peaks. Wow.
OK, merci. Oui, maintenant, oui. OK, parfait.
Yeah.
All right. Obnoxious, avant qu'on bump ça, est-ce qu'il y avait de quoi que tu voulais partager, promote avec le people?
Ouais, ben, je vais encore donner un shout-out à Behind That Suit sur Twitch parce qu'il fait du bon travail. Il host des sessions de freestyle une fois par semaine. Allez checker ça, Behind That Suit. Deuxièmement, je voulais donner des shout-outs à DJ Magnanimous et puis DeLorean McFly Beats, also on Twitch. Go check him out parce qu'il donne des bons tips pour vrai.
Shout out, merci, man. Merci.
C'est ça. Ceux qui veulent s'améliorer en beatmaking, allez voir des gens faire des beats. Ils donnent des tips, sont très généreux. Ça donne de l'inspiration, des nouvelles techniques, des affaires que tu ne savais pas, etc., etc. Fait que moi, j'apprécie énormément ce genre de choses-là. Shout-out. Puis je voulais donner un dernier shout-out à Ibids, toujours fidèle au poste, qui nous regarde en ce moment. Shout-out à Eric, shout-out à Dominique qui nous regarde en ce moment. Shout-out à Rayman23 qui nous regarde en ce moment. Puis j'espère que vous allez aimer mon beat.
All right, let's go ahead. On va bump ça maintenant. Loop Sessions, Masterclass, Obnoxious Beats.
Crazy. Yeah, I like that you used that part. I was wondering. That's really interesting take on it. It made it sound like there's this producer I really like called Reaper from the States, and he sort of works with that kind of sound, almost sounds like there's a live band behind it too. I don't know if you've played a live band before, but it almost sounds like that too.
Yeah, I have played with a live band. Not live. I've never played live, but I've played with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Thanks, man.
It's a great direction you did. Yeah.
Oh, thanks a lot. I really appreciate that.
Sick, man. That was a dope beat, man.
Thank you.
Wow.
Dope.
Vous êtes très gentil. Vous êtes généreux. Merci beaucoup.
Ah, mais sérieux, là, tu l'as kill à soir, là, sérieusement. Là. That was kind of futuristic, but it sounded kind of rock also, you know? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Gros beat.
Ouais, j'ai mis de la distorsion un peu partout. Si vous voulez avoir un son similaire, si vous avez FL Studio, mettez Fruity Fast Dist ou whatever, comment que ça s'appelle, genre? Tu colles ça un peu partout, puis ça marche.
No way, I'm writing that down now.
Fast dist, quelque chose comme ça. Là. Tu sais, c'est stock plugin. Hein. C'est
I
ultra
love,
basic.
I
Well,
love
it's just-
FL stocks.
Yeah, it's on
Basic.
the
Ouais.
distortion section. Fast dist. It's exactly that.
Et voilà. C'est stock plugin gang all day.
Hell yeah.
Sound goodizer gang.
Turn out now,
I
baby.
think you rocked a lot of people's shit when you said that your team sound goodizer. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All day.
Hell yeah, man.
That's actually Carl's affirmation. I'm sound goodizer incarnate. You guys will see it.
Yes.
I love that.
You're gross beat, Mags. You are the queen of gross beat, and you do it well. I still don't understand. I don't understand gross beat at all.
Yeah, me neither. It's hard.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just go presets and call it a day. But she does this bricolage on the gross beat and makes it work.
I don't know.
Yo.
Gross beat is just kind of like a game of hazard. Like other than the gate, like the gate is a bit more straightforward. But when it comes to like the actual like syncopation on the green part of gross beat, it's kind of like trial and error, really, and then adjusting the volume to like have it half kind of normal and then half with that syncopation so that it's not too jarring.
Okay.
Yeah, gross beat is fun. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about gross beat. Always.
That's so cool. I've never used it. I have to get into it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like Max said, once you get into the understanding how you want it to function, once you get around the idea of like what it's doing, then you place, like sometimes they either place the sound or whatever is being affected by gross beat in a certain way so that it's cohesive with the rest of the project, or I just adjust the whole project onto what's going on with gross beat. Because like Mag's saying, the way that it chops, sometimes it's processing, it's using like sound buffer to process.
Yeah.
So like if you play it in the beginning, you might not hear the sound until it processes it. So you have like one beat happening. So what I do is either I adjust my gross beat, like I either set it in my mixer like one beat ahead, so that so I don't have to fiddle around with the session itself. I just change the timing in my in the mixer, and I just change the timing of that channel only by switching the input latency. It's a small icon with a little timer on the FL mixer.
On the channel,
on the top next to the where you get to select your inputs. Right next to it, you'll see like a kind of grayish icon. If you click on it, you'll be able to change the timing of the track itself, but in the input, not on the output, because you can change that in the bottom too.
Right.
But if you change it from the top, it helps. Anyway, blah, 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 blah.
This has been Hoodie Shashu with today's FL Pro tip of the day.
Hey, but
Solving today's Star Wars issue is what
you
happened.
can do all of that in Appleton. Just saying. Bye.
Ben oui, là. C'est pas des Star Wars, mais évidemment, ouais.
No, c'est des Star Wars. C'est Disableton, man. FL Gang.
Disableton.
Wow.
Unmute.
Wow.
Those are fighting words, DeLorean.
Mon Dieu.
It's quite slanderous. I'm not sensitive to any of it, but
non, je savais pas que ça allait escalader de même.
Oh man.
Oh my god. À un moment donné, on va faire un battle sur Ableton versus
Oh, that's good. That would be good.
Go.
The Ableton FL Studio versus. Woo!
But then
Get Timbo and Swizz on the phone. I got one for them.
Where do Logic and Cubase go?
Seriously, Reason.
I don't know. They watch it on TV. They watch it on Triller. That's what they do.
But got Blue Nose still making beats in Reaper with Guru. Shout out to Blue Nose.
Malade.
Shout out to Musoni, who could still be making beats on Cool Edit Pro.
No, Acoustica, what is it?
Acoustica Audio MP3 mixer? You've got to be shitting.
Yo,
me.
Musoni.
EJ.
Okay.
Shout out. Whatever works is the way to go.
Yeah, man.
T'as compris ça? Bon.
Exactly, but that's what I'm preaching. Whatever.
I love it.
Whatever.
The Doll Wars is on.
Whatever, OK? Sérieusement, je suis passée de Cubase à Pro Tools à Appleton, so personne vient me faire chier ici.
How you call it Appleton too? Like it's the rum.
Spicy rum.
It is though. It's like it is though. C'est très user friendly, OK? C'est comme prendre un petit verre de rhum. C'est très user friendly. Moi, j'ai beaucoup apprécié. J'ai essayé d'autres DAW, je travaille sur d'autres DAW pendant des années, puis j'apprécie beaucoup, en tout cas.
For me, it's just because I'm lazy. I started on FL in 03. I definitely want to try the 90-day free trial on Ableton. I've played with the machine. I know the software is kind of similar, so I definitely do want to try Ableton. I'm just joking.
I am too, though. I
know.
Mais Chash, c'est quoi qui se passe avec ton Pillsbury Blue Pillsbury dude?
It's like part Kenny from South Park, part Carmelo Anthony shooting from the free throw, doing the Millie Rock.
Yo,
Up
but
next.
DeLorean, I totally understand that feeling, because I remember like one of my students was trying to like get me to get into Ableton, and I opened the software for probably 30 minutes, and I was like, yo, FL was too difficult to learn. I'm not trying to learn anything new.
That's it. I'm just lazy.
Uninstall.
I'm just lazy.
Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah.
A bunch of hard workers calling themselves lazy. Go figure.
Yeah, I have a question for Lunice. It's because it hasn't happened to you that situation where like somebody asks, you're in the studio, whatever, somebody asks you and they're kind of like spec shaming. Have you ever had any dealings with spec shaming and because I know you're well with the customer service, that's for sure. But I'm just wondering if it happened, like people ask you, oh, so what do you use? And like FL, they're like, oh, okay.
Well, that's actually the common response. But that's what I love. That's what I love about FL. It's, to me, I agree with that response because this shit funky as hell. Yo, it's just funky as hell. Once you figure out your way about it, it's really you. Like nobody else sounds like you at that point. And Ableton is more like I see Ableton like a Tesla. You know, it's like very high tech and streamlined design, and it's very, very useful because it could do everything FL can. But then FL's that weirdo funky guy that's just like, yo, you do it right, you talk to him right, shit comes out funky. And you can't reproduce that. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
You know,
that guy with the fuzzy dice in the rear view mirror.
Yeah, man, straight up, man. Like it's so weirdly bunk, but it's bunk and essence that makes sense is what makes it work. And that's why I haven't moved along, because it's like I've gotten so comfortable with it.
FL is the hoopty of the DAWs. Is FL.
This has been another episode of DAW Wars.
It's more like a sleeper. It's a sleeper.
A sleeper, yeah. DAW Wars, maybe it could be a special edition.
It'll be a segment at the Loop Sessions Player Haters Ball. We're gonna have a little DAW off.
I think there's a few more people left though with the beats, and for some reason Zoom is not showing me on screen at all, even though I'm hosting this Zoom.
Oh, I see you.
Yeah.
But there's a few more people left.
That's right.
In the queue.
Sorry about that.
Mais non. It's beautiful. This is great.
I'm just letting the conversation unfurl. You got to do all that. Calling up next on the Beat broadcast, Crafty Beats. What's going on, Crafty? Ça se passe?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, tout le monde, ça va bien?
Comment t'as trouvé le crate?
The crate was very different, you know, to have a beat that you got all of the stems with the different sounds, and it's a different approach. Mais c'est nice aussi que à chaque fois on reçoit des crates, on a comme une nouvelle façon de voir, un nouveau défi. Là. Fait que c'était. Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé, moi, personnellement, c'est que je me suis levé ce matin, on dirait que j'étais comme dedans pour faire quelque chose de primo, man, sample chopping. Là, je me suis levé, j'étais comme, yeah, man. C'est comme ça que Là, j'ai regardé le crate. Zero, man, nothing. It was like a soul sample or anything. So I was like, okay. But then I tried working with the drums. I used the kick. I really liked it was kind of like a hi-hat, not a hi-hat, but it was called reverb chime. I really like that, you know. So I wanted to use that for sure. Because then what I did is so I went digging into samples. I had that idea because of a track from Jay Dilla and Madlib that they use like Indian music. So I was kind of like, let's try it. So, and then like I tried on vinyls what I had here, but then no, it wasn't working. So then I went to other stuff like Tracklib, and I went digging there. And then after like, I don't know, man, like 2 hours of like listening to Indian music, like I finally got something that I chopped and like worked on the pads, and like I liked it. Okay, so then I used from your crate, what I used is reverb, chime, that kind of like hi-hat thing, and plus the 909 kick. That's what I use basically. So I know comme il y a c'est certain que c'est malade. Je regarde du monde, ils ont vraiment modifié les sons qu'il y avait dans le crate puis créé quelque chose de nouveau à partir de ça. Moi, je suis vraiment allé classique. Là. Genre, vous allez voir, mon beat est très New York. Comme I wanted to like go banging, you know. But I wanted to use a few of the sounds that was in there, like I just said. So that's it basically. So,
all right.
Hope you guys will like it.
So Crafty, before we go ahead and bump this, est-ce qu'il y avait de quoi que tu voulais promote, partager avec le people?
No, I just want to say I'm not into the FL Ableton battle thing because I'm on Reason actually. I'm like the only guy working on Reason. I'm very
let's go
late 90s guy, but I still love it. You know,
Reason, c'est rendu dope. C'est très, très dope.
Ça a toujours été dope, là. Ça a toujours été dope.
J'étais sur Reason
avant. Reason 11, nice. C'est juste que c'est un rack avec des machines, hein, puis c'est compliqué, on dirait, quand tu regardes ça. Mais j'ai regardé d'autres travailler sur
Illmind,
FL,
qui stream, qui est sur Reason.
C'est nice. Ah, OK. Mais je niaise avec des amis, je dis, on dirait c'est comme, j'ai appris à chauffer manuel. les gens aujourd'hui veulent plus là, commencer à gosser avec le rack de simple. Mais c'est correct.
Battlecat est aussi sur Reason, by the way.
I use the rack.
Tant que le rack est spicy.
Tant que le rack est spicy.
Le spicy rack mount. Les vis pour le rack mount, c'est des petits peppers.
C'est des clous de girofle, en fait.
Oh, jalapeno. Come on, Mario.
Mais non, jalapenos are soft. Des clous de girofle, you know.
Mais c'est pas spicy pour le girofle.
Mais c'est une épice. It's part of the rack.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I love that this turned into a whole spice debate.
Spice wars.
It's the DOS spice we don't want.
It's the spice wars.
Spice Talk Volume 1. Sans plus tarder, Loop Sessions Masterclass. This is Crafty. Yeah. That definitely
It is
passes
great.
the survival test.
Yep.
Yeah. This is wild. This is like bringing me back to like definitely in the ways that how I make beats in very like clear New York primo type shit. Like it's really it's crazy. It's like you brought me back to that. It's a good feeling.
Nice.
Yeah. Damn, it's so like how I would approach that back when I was sampling too. I haven't sampled in so long. I would do it here and there, but I got to get back into shit.
Nice, thank you, man. I'm actually I was an MC back in the days, and I used to work a little bit on the beats, but I was mainly an MC, you know. So now today, I got back to try, you know, make beats, but it's very new. Like just a few months ago, I started to, you know, go back to doing beats. But yeah, I'm like from 2004 coming back.
Damn, amazing.
I haven't changed.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's really my kind of foundation where I came from. It was from that kind of sound, yeah.
Nice. Hey, the interview was crazy, you know, like probably, definitely one of my favorites.
Thanks.
So yeah, Masterclass was very, very interesting.
Thank you.
We got one more joint left to run here. Last but not least, calling up Sonny Says. Sonny, what up, man?
Wait, let me get this. All right. Yo, what's up? Hello, Montreal. It's Vancouver. Can you hear me?
Reporting live from Vansterdam, Sonny Says. Sonny, is this your first time doing loop sessions in Montreal?
I tried last time I was in Montreal. I was in Montreal like last loop sessions you guys had. My plane got delayed by like 2 hours.
Oh man.
So yeah, but I submitted something, but I was like way too late. I like checked in at like 9 o'clock at my place, like your time. So yeah.
Oh, great.
But I still got to check out like what was his name? Judd. He was dope. And Lunice, honestly, thank you so much for the game. I really appreciate like how different your mentality is, because a lot of the other guys I listen to that are like such great producers are always like hustle hard and like, you know, keep going and, you know, all this like I hustled, that's why I got this. And so like hear your perspective, I'm very thankful. Oh, also one thing I want to touch on, you guys were talking about Ableton versus FL. So you got Kenny Beats, right? And then you got Monty Booker. So like, you know, they're both fucking dope, right? So like, I'm just saying, right? Like,
that's a great point.
yeah. So and on the sample side, oh man, sample was I think for me, I also had a fever. I was really bad when I was making the beat, but I still tried to do it, and I just tried to pick out what I liked melody, like chorus wise, and then I just kind of got into it and made it. I'm just thankful for this space and opportunity. That's all I want to plug. Like just thankful for outlets like this and stuff like that. So yeah, and all the other creators in here. So yeah.
Hell yeah, it's likewise. Same here, man. This is inspiring.
Well, we're grateful to have you among us, Sonny Says. Before I go ahead and run this up, anything that you wanted to share with the people, message that you wanted to put out, any projects you got upcoming?
No, nothing really. I just want to say just again, like thanks for the space. That's it, and the ability to create. That's it.
All right, that Anchoring Loop Sessions Masterclass. Introducing Sonny Says.
Yo. Sick as fuck. No, really. Like, literally, I was coughing every day. I felt like I was about to pass away. No, it ain't COVID, it's just a fever. You ain't a believer, that's okay. You just be clever. I just sever all ties and put you on display. Words on the display. I couldn't read them, cause they prescribed them my way. But why the fuck is language so complicated, convoluted? I don't get it, but they prostituted how they playing us. You really think there's any difference between you and the girl on the streets, or the girl dancing to these beats, or the men on the ones who always go up and press the feet? Yeah, we all one and the same. We really realize it. That's okay, it's simple to explain, hard to understand. I get it, it's a migraine. Fuck this shit, it's too insane. About to slit the, you know how it is. Kurt Cobain, no, not to my noggin though. I just keep floating, bubbling off this noggin though. My noggin a little too stressed out right now. High on that fever, you ain't a believer, that's okay. I just switch up. I'm blowing, puffing on some Chiba right now because that's the medication that I really need. My mouth is a strain. I just feel like I'm in the same game, replaying the same strain, just trying to figure out how to maintain and let myself not stress too much, stay low. Sometimes though I feel like I'm a little too low, bro. Like that low eyebrow that just makes you feel like she might not be the one. Oh wow, it's so superficial, so fake as a fucking tissue. You know how it is though, when they hand it to you being all polite, thinking that you need the shit to write. No, I don't need no paper in sight. But I got Pellegrini, you know how it is though, sipping on that shit. Watch her lean over as her stomach, what's about to come out next? Some crazy spit, you know how it is though. This is God's gift, no. This is just me high on a spliff, haha. I wish, bro, this is more just coming straight off the brain. Not full of strain or Novocaine. This is straight medicine and hunger pain. Something that you'll never realize. By the way, thanks for the poutine recommendations, guys.
Sonny, that was all off the dome.
Yeah, that was just
Nice.
straight
Bad
one
man
take.
things.
Wow.
Bad man
Yeah, wild,
things.
huh? That's
That
crazy.
that was dope, man. You had it took some guts to do a verse, man. Like that's very nice, man.
Yeah, man, that's a lot. It's a full ass song. Dang.
Thanks, yeah, thanks, guys. I don't know.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. It's
I
funny
really like
because thank you, man. I appreciate it because yeah, it means. I mean, I'm very thankful because it's hard. I feel like, and I know somebody else touched on that about like singing. It's hard when you're like a producer and you're like trying to like be the like voice at the same time. It can get very conflicting and you can get very in your head. And yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just doing my thing, but yeah, I'm just Anyways.
It's actually funny that Phrase mentioned singing and producing at loop sessions, because if you go back to at least like loop sessions 38, you'll realize that Simbo and I have sung on at least, well, for me at least, I think I sung on like a third or like 25% of the tracks.
I've sung on every track, so, and that last one too. So I mean, phrase, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Gotta
true
go
that
bring some
phrase creates a whole whole
like a
song.
song, like lyrical.
Yeah, this is a whole other thing. Yeah, I use my voice as an instrument when I do beats, but not, I won't go and compose like you do, Phrase. This is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's harder. Yeah.
This is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's harder. Yeah.
I also got flamed. Like I used to like do a lot of like verses or like sing hooks or whatever. And then one time I did a beat Brazilis and I got completely flamed because they have like this unwritten rule that they don't really fuck with vocals like that and verses, and they'll just eat you alive. So like I kind of went towards the approach of Sab, of using my voice more as an instrument. So yeah.
Oh, right. Interesting. Huh.
Well,
I could see that. Yeah. I understand, but yeah, I just like anything. If you just feel like mumbling, just do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's like.
Well, I mean,
was
speaking
my
of
whole
that,
thing.
what the single I put out last year in 2020, "Calm Down." If you go back to it now, there's no lyrics. It's all just top line. He just freestyled it once, and I was like, I think we're just using this because the expression is too real. I like that feeling. It's great. It's very freeing too.
Yeah, I think that's the thing I like about freestyling. It feels like really raw and it feels real versus like when if I write, I can write, but then when I write and record, I really have to memorize it because otherwise to me it doesn't feel real enough, and I'll say the bar again and again until it feels to me like that's real enough, right? Like,
yes,
right. So like I don't know, that's maybe my own stir crazy, and I love that you alluded to like it took you like 5 years. I feel like for me it's the same. Like it's gonna take me so long to put out something that I feel is real art, like to me is real, you know? And
yeah.
So, yeah, anyways, you wanted to touch on that too,
yeah.
That's what's crazy is every way is valid. Like every type of way that you use it, like Phrase sees it as a structure, and he has like top lines, and he, and I think Mags too does that, but she kind of rhymes a little bit more like you just did when I think. That's what you do, Max. Mostly you go and you like you're a rapper, you're a singer, like you just go and you flow with it. So we all see it in different ways. But
Low-key, I'm be like Georgia and Muldrow. Low-key, high-key.
Yeah.
Shout out to
I think
Georgia.
Sonny says summarized the mantra from today's loop sessions, which is, I don't know, I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically life right now. So
What a beautiful way to close out this beat broadcast. We want to thank each and every one of you who stuck around to the very end. We want to thank our esteemed crate provider, Lunice. Lunice, thank you so much for doing this with us, and I hope that our community has given back to you in the same way that you have given to it.
Oh, most definitely. It feels I guess I'm sure we all experience this sense of isolation, especially in these times, being mostly inside and having certain limitations put on things. So it's like it really feels empowering and very inspiring for me to see people just express the way they feel without the general fear of like, oh, am I doing the same as, should I make this beat similar to this so it could like come across right to the crowd? Like, this is very cool, and I don't often come across this kind of expression. I like to say it out loud. It's like it's the best way to explain it in that kind of way. But yeah, I appreciate all of this. So thank y'all for really putting insight for me. This was one of my most insightful kind of get-togethers. Honestly, it's like the meeting of so many amazing creative minds that are very like, I don't know if you guys see it in yourself in that kind of way, but everything I hear is very confident. You just know that. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe the best word is to say very purposeful. Everybody's music here was very purposeful, and that's so important more than anything else. It doesn't even matter what kind of music you make. I can hear it. If I can hear your purpose in it, it's like, yo, just keep doing that. It doesn't even matter the kind of music.
And I thought the highlight of my week was Steve from Blues Clues saying I was doing a good job, but this is way better.
But thank you very much, Lunice. You've been very generous with your thoughts and your mind and your time, and it's really truly appreciated by everyone here and everyone in the Twitch chat. Shout out to all y'all. Schmings.
Yes.
Do we have any announcements?
Do we have any announcements?
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why my camera is just Zoom is like, nope, no magnanimous on screen today. But it doesn't matter.
We can see you though. We can all see you, I think.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
In the Zoom.
We can see you.
But yes, Schmings, next loop sessions.
Lex loop sessions will be at the end of the month on September the 29th. Crate by Alex McMahon. This is going to be there's going to be a moment of discovery for a lot of folks. I'm looking forward to hearing what type of insights Alex McMahon will share with us. Magnanimous, who are we rating at the end of
Anyone
this
got
year?
any suggestions? By the way, Lunice, do you stream on Twitch at all?
I just made a Twitch account recently. It's in the chat right now. Lunice, but the E's a number 3.
Yes.
But I haven't streamed anything. I've only tested one stream, I think, is on it. But I'm still wrapping my head around it. Like the whole idea we were saying about like it takes time to seriously get into things. So I'm just more like not trying to hop into it, but understand my place in all this.
Totally feel you. Totally feel
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Nonetheless, give Lunice a follow on Twitch. Get a surprise stream at some point. Who are we rating? Does anyone have any suggestions? I'm looking at my Magnanimous account to see who's on. Maybe the homie's on. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't say that I see anybody that is on right now. I do want to say this though, Lunice. Out of the many people that I've had the pleasure of interviewing, this is by far one of the best interviews that I turned in, and it's entirely thanks to you and the things that you shared and the perspective that you've given us. It's one of the most refreshing things that I've heard in the last long time, to be honest.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. That's crazy. Yeah, it's hard. Like, I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's always surreal because, who knows? There's no guide to life. So the more I look into it, the more I'm like, wow, I'm a goddamn amateur at this shit. And that's what I love about it. The more I look into it, the more I need to study. So, I appreciate this. Thank you.